at Sardegna for the Manufacturers Cup. Unfortunately, my livery isn't showing, and maybe for others, but in front we've got Carlos, Dan Spy, Tom Y. And behind we've got Martin, the Goggles, the Metal Master. So top group get through the dreaded first corner pretty well, I believe. Green Hurricane just gets through there. Usual congestion in the corner here, but 2 and 3 wide, everyone gets through. Gamble Hand at the back, Wally Jolly here in 13th. Fighting from the back. Dan Spike got the lead, goes real deep there, coughs it up to Carlos. Tommy Y went back, so I got up a spot. Had no choice but to really bump draft Carlos along here, trying to get the inside for this corner, so we got to P2. Tom Y pushes us wide a little bit there. Dan Spray gets up there on us as well. Done a bit of door handle banging there. Goggles is right in the mix here as well. Through here, Dan Spray gives us a nudge, just hit the wall, back into the Goggles. Cause a bit of damage for these guys back here as well. So I'm front and back with my aero. So I wasn't overly happy at this point. The car's a little bit disabled, and we've gone from 4th back to 3rd. Someone else gone into the wall back there. So Carlos is away, followed by Tom, Dan Spray. The Goggles up to 4th. Metal Master. Samadani. So the car's repaired itself. So without knowing the speed of the guys in front of me now, I wasn't overly hopeful of a good result. Wally Jolly up to 11th here. He didn't qualify, but he's a very quick driver, so I'd expect that he would get through the pack here. So Martin got caught up in some dramas as well, back to 12th. Likewise, he also wouldn't be happy. Yellow flags out. Car parked off there, it looks like they quit the game. Oh no, it was Metal Master, he's away. Another yellow flag out. Wally Jolly picked up a 5-second penalty there. He's caught up in some dramas. So HHF with some damage there as well. Same for 246. So I got my way up to P5. back there. You can see the gap I've got to the top 4. Dan's racing behind. Charlie pulls over, serves his 5-second penalty, loses 1 spot out of that by the look of it. So Carlos is pulling away, Dan's spying 2, Tom Y, Begoggles. And I've pretty much got the track to myself here for a bit. Goggles just dropped off a little bit there. Got some damage on the front, so must have hit the wall hard enough to register that. Nice lead there. So Carlos quickest lap of 1:43.17. Goggles that time did a 1:46.147. I did a 1:43.2, my best. Probably the first lap where I hadn't had to deal with traffic, so I was catching him. Had a couple of retirements. We're down to 14 car field. So Danny recovering after his incidents, up to 6th. Dan's Racing's back a spot. So it was good to have a race that was not involving strategy, just a flat-out sprint over the 12 laps. Had 18 minutes of qualifying, which was almost as long as the race itself. Starting to pull away from Dan's Racing. Dan all out of shape. He's going to let Martin ride onto his tail here, I think. couple past him. Dan's not finished with this yet, he still wants that spot, takes it back. Dan's gone wide, so's Samadani. So Martin and 246 get back in front. Short loop there. Don't know whether they got a hit there from Dan's. Wally Jolly in the background there as well. All very close there by HHF. 246 squares up the ledger. Dan's Racing goes back a couple of spots. Wally Jolly up to 9th. So Martin's clear of all that. I'm still trying to chase down Begoggles here. So Tom and Dan Spy, no change there. So Wally Jolly now quickest lap, 142.391. Start at lap 8 now. Just slowly working our way back up. Consistent in the 143s there. The Goggles moved up to the 143s as well. So the any gain on them has been very gradual. So 246 has got away. I've raced them a lot. They're a pretty clean driver. Wally Jolly up to 8th. Dan's Racing, HHF now battling with Gemelham at the back here as well. Metal Masters had a shocker. He was starting mid-pack. They're at the back now. The leader knocking out 143s as well. Likewise these guys. 142 there, so Tom Wide just starting to get a little bit quicker. So 144.2, picked up half a second there in that last lap. Oh, it's HHF hits the barrier pretty hard back there. Gemelham and Dan's squabbling, both in the Genesis. 246 here. So right on the back of the goggles here. Just having a couple of cheeky little looks. Signaling my intent that I'm going to try and get by. I think the goggles got out of that corner a little bit better than me. I'm going to get the toe anyway. So the goggles has pulled over and allowed me through, so thank you very much to them for that. Very good sporting gesture. So they were 1:44.2 that time, only about 0.3 quicker. Tommy White, he's got high den spray. Den spray very loose there. Tom White, damage on the back there. So they must have had a bit of an altercation through one of the corners. Dan Spy just dropping off pace here. So only a couple more laps to go. Jolly's caught up 2:46, makes the pass. So weren't really a lot of points on offer for this race. I think from memory I got 77 points for 4th. Spoiler alert, that's where I finished. So Dance Racing's in trouble here, damage on the front, 3-second penalty as well. Hands through. See whether HHF gets through the first corner cleanly this time. Oh, Metal Master doesn't. Hit it real hard. And another one. So the leader doing it quite comfortably out front here. Still got a great gap. Tom Y extending his gap a little bit over Den Spy. That's me in the background there with the goggles. Jolly up to 7th from the back of the field. Put some distance between him and 246 pretty quickly. Dan's coming up for his penalty. Still thinking he can make a move on Gamelham here by the look of him. HHF goes through him. So we're all quite spread out here now. So final lap. Carlos takes the win. Tom Y for P2, Den Spy for 3, I get home for 4. Bob Goggles gets home for 5. Martin goes a bit wide there. been pretty consistent latter half of the race. 143s. Wildly Jolly's just gone the quickest last lap, a 141.672. So leaders across the line. Martin gets home for a 6. Wildly Jolly gets a quicker time here. Gets home in P7. I won't after doing that. .246 gets home for 8th. HHF has got up for a 9. Followed by Gamelham in 10. Ben's Racing back on 11. Metal Master 12, and the Japanese driver final car to get home. Just hit the wall one more time for good luck. Is 13th. So thanks for watching. Please remember to give the video a like. Really would appreciate it if you haven't subbed already to throw down a sub. And if you have, I appreciate your support. Look forward to the ongoing support as well. Have a nice day until next time.